My name is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks.
And hello, my name is James Maynard, otherwise known as Sweet Baby James, and welcome to Lighting the Way, Granny Rocks and Raps.
Granny Raps and Rocks, James.
Oh, Granny Raps and Rocks, too. And rolls.
Anyway, tonight, my topic is, and what is the name of my topic?
Doubt.
Yeah, isn't it? It's anyway. It's
part,
doubt.
Part of making progress.
Right. Okay. Can we please have this thing should show it? No. This is so funny. I'm sitting here because I don't memorize anything and I can't remember what the name of my topic is. But it's the idea of it is that it's doubt. It's the toughest part of change. Now, I want to talk about doubt. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about self-doubt. I am talking about doubt itself. Doubt of everything. Now, why do I think that doubt is the toughest part of change? Well, of progress. That's what I called it. Okay, we have some hellos. Elizabeth
yes,
says
indeed.
hello.
We have Elizabeth here who says hello and sends a couple of hearts of love. Thank you, Elizabeth. Back at you.
Hi there.
And Tracy says hello and a big wave and a heart of love. Thank you, Tracy. Back at you. And Elizabeth says, James, can't hear you.
I don't know why
That's
not.
wild.
It shows.
You did a test.
Yeah, maybe you had just had it a little bit too far away from your mouth.
Okay, how's this? Now it's like an ice cream cone.
Okay, there you go. So welcome to everybody. We're so happy to have you. So now I want to go to, and there is another one. Amy.
Oh, yes. I don't see. Oh, there she is. Amy says, hi, Beth and James. And Elizabeth says, now I can.
Good.
Yay.
Well, hi, Amy, and I'm glad you can hear James because his mic is up. Anyway, let me get to this great subject. I think it's a great subject. See, change, I have been given this guidance that change is slow, non-linear, and sudden. And what that means is change is not, generally speaking, just like you start here and you go up like that.
In a straight line.
In a straight line. It's non-linear. It means this goes up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Okay. So if it's non-linear, that means it's up and down and sometimes sideways. So how do you know if you're going up and down whether you're actually changing? Because you could be going, up because you're making a great effort or things are beginning to work, and then suddenly you go down and you're not changing. It's just going down and it's going to keep going down. And how many of us have had those experiences? You think about it yourself. A lot of us, for example, who have chronic illness or difficulties of that sort, or even in a relationship, this can happen. You start getting better, you try a new medication, or you try something new, a new exercise program, whatever, and you're going up, and you're saying, oh my God, I'm going up, I'm getting better. I get it. And then it stops working, and then you're going, right? Have you ever had, or in a relationship, it looks like it's getting better. You're both really trying. You've been seeing your therapist and everything is great, and it's like, and then all the old patterns come back.
They rear their ugly heads yet again.
They do.
Oh, and we have another hello. Todd says, hi there, Beth and James, and sends love and caring and musical notes.
Hello
Yay.
there.
And Terry is here and says, hello, Uncle James and Aunt Beth, love you.
Oh, how
thank
nice.
you,
So great to
Terry.
see
Love
you, Todd,
too.
and wonderful to see you, Terry, live. And yes, this is James' niece.
Right.
He is Uncle James,
That's
indeed.
Right.
So, anyway, so like in a relationship, it seems like things are getting better and you're being nice to each other, and then the same old stuff happens over, and you're down. Now, here's the problem. Sometimes when you are making real progress, it looks that way too.
Oh,
You start
that's
making
interesting.
progress and then you start to go down. And then you make progress and you go down.
We have another hello. Robbie from Kathmandu, Nepal says, "Hello, namaste. I'm watching from Kathmandu.
Namaste,
Welcome
Robbie.
again,
Welcome.
Robbie.
So happy to
Welcome.
see you too.
Namaste."
So here we have the situation that we are actually making progress, but it's still up and down. In fact, sometimes, now I know this with health things. Okay, so let's say you start exercising and you're using those muscles and you're not too good in this exercise, but then you're really struggling through and then the muscles hurt more and it seems like, oh no, I'm much worse than I was before. And it's so now, do you know whether you're really getting better? Maybe those exercises aren't going to help you, or maybe they will, but it's going to take a lot of ups and downs. Now, who can identify? I want you to think out there in our audience. I want you to think about something where you are struggling with the ups and downs of change and you are not sure you're getting better. It could be emotional, it could be spiritual, it could be in your career. You're really struggling with your career and you keep trying to do different things and learn different things, or you're trying to take courses and it seems like nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, something does happen. But what? Are you going to get better or are you going to get worse?
Right.
So this has happened to me with my health. So I've been working on a lot of different things to try to get stronger and maybe walk more. And so I would walk and it would hurt. And then I would walk again. And then I'd try resting. And then I would come back to walking again. And then I'm resting. And then I'm worse. And then I hurt more. And then I'm more fatigued. And I'm in bed. And it looks like I'll never get out of bed. And I could say, well, the problem is that I was doing all that exercise, that it was too much for me. But maybe not. I am proud and happy to say that for the last 4 days, I have walked over 4,000 steps.
Each day.
Each day. Now, maybe for you, that
Today
doesn't.
you indicated you're on the verge of 6,000
Oh,
steps.
yeah. I'm sure I'm already at 6,000.
Wow.
So, and I have been struggling trying to walk for months. And it's been up and down. And now, do I know whether or not this is going to be followed by another down? I have no idea. See, the problem with life, guys, is there's always some surprise around the corner. Something that you do not expect.
Oh, we have a really interesting comment. Elizabeth says, "Wow, Beth!"
Yeah.
Exclamation mark.
Elizabeth knows my health and
And
realizes
Elizabeth happens to be a physical therapist.
right, she knows how hard this is.
Oh,
So, and I've been, because it's been unbearably hot most of the days, I'm walking around in the house because I can't go outside. Yesterday we went to the ocean. It was cold. I walked a lot, but I felt horrible. And today I felt horrible all morning. I said, oh, today I'm never going to walk. I'm not going to live. I'm just not going to be able to. I'm going to try. And then suddenly I have over 6,000 steps. So anyway,
Oh, and Terry says, "Awesome, great job, Beth." Yay! Thank you, Terry.
thank you. So now I want you to be talking about you now, about something that you have. But do you understand what I mean? We don't know what is around the corner. We don't know if we have this great improvement waiting for us, or we are going to be vastly disappointed. I have had treatments. I remember a medical treatment where they put, oh, there's a love.
Oh, Terry
Oh,
sends a big-hearted love.
oh, that's so nice, Terry.
Same back
Maybe
at you,
someday I'll
Terry.
meet you, but we can't. I can't travel. At least not now. I can't. Um, but see, they tried this experimental drug therapy, and it was gamma globulin, intravenous injections. It was torture, and for like 2 weeks, I felt really good. And then we kept trying it over and over and over and over and over, and it never worked again.
Oh, wow.
So, you see, I'm not like those guys who are going to get up there and say to you, all you have to do is persevere and you will succeed. Because you don't know, but you don't know that you won't. And that is the problem because change is non-linear. I mean, it isn't a straight line, it's up and down. So, why
I've
don't
got
you.
another one.
Okay, what?
Well, I've been working
Well,
on.
hold on one second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say to our audience, while James is sharing, can you think about some struggle that you may have been working on where you either feel like, oh God, it's never going to change, it's up and down, or you've had a breakthrough one way or the other. So think about that. All right.
Okay, I've been trying to overcome my problem of anxiety and irritability. And it's been
All your
very
life.
up and down, up and down, up and down. But in recent times, the trend is up. There's been less anxiety, less irritability, more inner harmony. And part of the reason that's happened is because I keep trying to utilize new tools, additional tools, to help me with this. And now there's another additional tool where Beth has been doing energetic treatments with me. And son of a gun.
Pretty much every
Where'd
day.
the anxiety go? Hey, wait a minute. Where'd it go? And Amy
Amy-
says, James, we can hardly hear you. Well, back to the ice cream cone.
Okay, hopefully you can hear him now. Did you hear what he said? That I've been doing this energy work on him, and I want to talk about the ego in a minute because the ego has something to say about this and something to do with this. But I've been doing this energy work that I'm intuiting, that I have no idea what I'm doing or where it was coming from. I just did it. I was guided to say to him, James, I want to work on your body. And I went like this, and I went like that, and I didn't know what I was doing. And slowly but surely, we are seeing miraculous changes. Even your body is feeling better. And
Yeah,
every once in a
right.
while, we couldn't do a day. But most of the time I'm doing it. In fact, I'm doing it more and more. You see, and my strength is what's enabling me to do this because I have been so sick and in bed and with the heat, 100 I can't manage 80 degrees is way too much for me. And it's been like 195, even with air conditioning on. So, but somehow or other, I'm getting stronger. I'm walking and I'm getting a lot more support from James. He's getting nicer, less anxiety, less stressed out, and he's putting out positive energy towards me. And guess what? I am therefore getting stronger, and then I have more energy to give to him. In fact, I had this crazy idea to do like 5 minutes every day on the internet of just giving people an energy boost through the chi. I don't know if it's such a crazy idea, but it's so hard to get an audience, and oh my God. But I'd be happy to help people because all of a sudden this energy is coming through me, and I really appreciate it. But that is a perfect example, and I am like in heaven because I have a happy marriage now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been very non-linear, up and down, but the trend now is up.
Yes, I mean, we're talking almost 14 years that
Yes,
he's
that's
been
right.
working on this, and now
And it's
he's
been
having
almost 2 weeks that she's been working on it in
Right.
this way.
Terry says you should.
Terry, you should.
Oh, would you do it if I put up a video or a live stream or something of like 5 or 10 minutes every day of just energy for you? You would watch? Okay, I want the truth. I want the truth because I want to know whether or not anybody's going to be there, and I don't know how to do it, live stream it to YouTube, to Facebook, I don't know. But I'd love to have a response to that. So are people thinking about their own situations right now? And, okay, so in the meantime, while you're thinking, I will talk to you about the ego. Now, the ego is just a set of conditioned responses that we've had usually since childhood, sometimes even infancy, where we get into certain habitual ways of thinking and responding. And they get ugh, like encrusted. They are so, and we keep, and the more those conditioned responses are reinforced by the world, the harder it is to break them, right? So that's the ego in a nutshell. It's just a whole bunch of conditioned responses. So for instance,
I'd like to just add that
Yeah.
most of us, most of the time, are living in our egos.
yes,
Yeah, so it's a whole constellated beingness inside of us that runs us
That's
most of
right.
the time.
and it's always fear-based. It's like, oh, how am I going to survive? Or how am I going to get my needs met? Or how am I going to compete? Or that kind of stuff. Not loving, not gracious, not happy, not relaxed, but based on fear of survival. So it's very powerful because not only is what James said, but it's based on our fear of survival. So we are, or lack of survival. So we are very conditioned. Well, what happens when you try to change? You start to break the patterns. Now, one of the things that they're learning now about brain retraining regarding backs, illnesses, and so on, is that sometimes your illness could be completely a habit of the brain and that there is nothing physical. Like, okay, maybe you injured your back, but now you have a fear of moving. So now that fear is your brain is going to send you a signal, don't move, you're going to hurt yourself. You know what I mean? Favor this or that. Okay. So it's the same thing on an emotional level. James brought himself up as an example, and he is a great example of this. His fear was that if he let go of certain negative behaviors, that he was going to be weak and vulnerable.
One of my egoic characteristics has been being very driven almost my entire life and feeling threatened if somebody questions me or challenges me or is in opposition in some way or in an argument. And so I've had to overcome that in order to get to this more relaxed, accepting, harmonious way of being.
That's right. So he would have bad dreams where his ego is telling him that he's in danger because he's relaxing and happier,
Right.
or that he's in danger because he's collaborating with his wife, or that because there's more love in his life. Can you imagine the ego is screaming at you, it's dangerous, there's too much love in your life, you're going to be weak, you're going to, And that's very often what happens to us.
More of the time, the ego is making us feel fearful or insecure.
That's right. So just when everything is going well, his ego says, oh, you need to do this, which is going to make you feel like a victim. And if you feel like a victim, then you'll get into your fear, and then you get back into your ego. And it is trying to protect itself.
Oh, yes, Elizabeth has a comment. I've been trying to overcome worrying. Though my mind keeps finding something to worry about, I'm doubting I will ever overcome this old pattern.
Well, see, that is a very good example, Elizabeth. You don't know that, do you? Just because you've had this pattern of worrying that was conditioned response to things in your family, that was reinforced by everybody in your family who also were probably worried all the time. It was probably a family affair, right? And so in order to fit in and feel safe, you had to worry too. See, it's for our survival, we tend to want to fit in with somebody or something, some group, something. So this could be very well a situation where your family worried, and if you didn't, then you look like a brat, you look like a selfish, you know what, and so then your family wouldn't like you, and then you would be in danger. Danger, danger, see, and so the ego says, see you're in danger. You better start worrying. So, what I'm trying to say is, we do not ever know for sure what the cause is. Is the pain that I have here caused by the fact that I have a physical problem that I really cannot overcome? Or is the pain caused by my brain's reaction to physical problems that I've had all my life? I mean, I got the message many times in my life that I would die if I was active. I don't want to explain that here because it'll take up too much time. But it was like, oh, you're sick. If you get out of bed and you do anything, you're going to die. I mean, I even got that message. So here I am trying to, start moving more, and I'm more physically active, and I get palpitations, and I think I'm going to pass out, and I start falling over, right? So it's like, oh, no, you should stop. You can't do this anymore, right? And I'm saying, no, I want to keep doing it. I know that if I lie in bed, I'm going to get weaker and weaker and in more pain. So there it is. And so we have to fight those voices, but we have no guarantees about about anything. Now, I would say in your case, Elizabeth, because this is an emotional thing, there is a very good chance that you are going to get out of this. You just have to stay on it and stay on it and stay on it and stay on it. And tell myself, there's no danger here. I'm making up a danger so I have an excuse to worry.
That's right. And Todd says, fight that voice, Lizzie.
Yes, and before that, look.
And before that, Terry says, step by step, little steps to get you by.
Exactly,
You,
Terry.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then Todd says, don't give up.
Exactly. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Think about the miraculous things that have happened in your life. I remember you being a person who had some difficulties in relationships, and now you're married. And as most marriages are up and down, but you are married. Now, didn't your life change? Did you give up?
Nope.
Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. I like that, Todd and Terry. There you go. We have to fight the part of us that tells us that it's taking care of us. Isn't that wild?
That's keeping us afraid and insecure.
It's keeping us afraid and insecure. So, yeah, so I made it for 4 days. That's a record for me, a record.
Yeah.
And I am 79 years old and have been chronically ill all my life.
And you have all the symptoms of chronic fatigue syndrome.
Yes.
And they say that you just can't be doing what you're doing.
Right. Some people say you can't be doing what I'm doing, but other people say this is exactly what you have to do. So there are a lot of people who do believe in retraining the brain. But I also have a lot of physical illnesses, which they say, well, if you have physical illnesses, maybe not. But I have physical illnesses, and I still believe that there is that component, and I'm going to keep trying. And one of the reasons is I don't like myself when I give up.
Yeah.
So look at the ups and the downs and say, okay, it could take months, years. Look at James as an example. We are happier now than we've ever been, and it's almost 14 years. And he's going through a tremendous personality change. And see, whenever he starts flagging, I've got the secret weapon. I put the chi into
Gives
him.
me energy.
I give him energy.
And it smooths me out, balances me out.
It does. It does. And I know how hard it is to function when you're exhausted and you have no energy. So what I'm going to do now is, so let me get to the topic. Was called doubt, one of the toughest parts of progress. See, I have the name, and it's doubt that you can do it. And some things you really cannot do. And sometimes it's important to let go. Well, maybe you doubt that you can let go, but doubt that there is the possibility of progress, that there is the possibility of success, can really mess with you. And we now know that a lot of that doubt is pure ego, that voice that's telling you how to be and who you are and who the world is. I refuse to believe that the world is as messed up as it looks right now.
There you go.
You know, there are negative things that are like this. Global warming. People say, oh yeah, I see some, oh no, it's up and down. The temperature is up, the temperature is down. Oh look, it's colder than it should be. See, there's no global warming. Well, now everybody's frying, everybody's suffering, and pretty much everybody admits that we have global warming, except some of our leaders said we still refuse to admit that there is global warming. But global warming was relentless, wasn't it?
Every single year, year after year after year, it gets hotter and hotter
and hotter. And there it is. So bad things also can be relentless. But let us be relentless too. Let us think about all the things that need to change. And let's not give up. Let's not look at every failure, fall down. Like if the baby never stood up again after it fell down the first time it tried to walk, what would happen?
It would never walk.
It would never walk. And so there are children who may never be able to walk, but most children can. So you don't give up, and of course that's really young. So when you get to our age, right, it gets a little bit harder. But I'm going to believe that we can make progress in this world, and that when things look terrible, and I think it's the end, and I want to kill myself, I'm going to say to myself, no, I'm not giving up. There are good people in the world. There are disagreements we can have, but not everybody is willing to hurt other people. In fact, a lot of people want to help, and I need to keep looking for signs of that. And I need to look for signs of that in myself. And we have another comment.
Oh, Terry says, love you guys. Great show.
Oh,
Terry, thank you so much.
So
love you
glad
too.
that you came. We're so happy that you come
Glad
back
you
again.
came.
So
Come
let me
again.
tell you that tomorrow night we have Magical Improvs with the Kindred Spirits Band.
Uh-huh.
Remember the name of the band now?
Kindred Spirits.
Right. And we just improvise music and give you a lift, and there's a lot of energy that goes out, and it's a wonderful show, and it's at 7 p.m. Thursday nights, Pacific time, 7 p.m. And that's live. You can always watch later on YouTube, on Facebook. If you like this show, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube. Give it a like or a love on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow our Facebook page. Share this message with other people. People need to hear this, right? We all need a boost.
That's right.
And come back again.
Yes.
So to close, I'm going to send you some chi. It's not the same as if I was touching you, but I'm going to send you some chi anyway, just for a minute or two.
Just relax and take it in.
Do you feel any, James? Am I
Yeah,
transmitting?
I'm aware of the chi right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah. 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 Ah.
Chi's getting stronger.
Great. I'm putting it in our collective brains as like, let's become a little more enlightened.
Oh, and one of our listeners says, I feel it.
Oh, goody!
Elizabeth
Thank
says
you.
that. Yes,
Thank
thank you.
you. Yes, I'm putting it into our brains to expand our consciousness and our awareness. And I'm rubbing, you can't see it, but I'm rubbing my, oh, yes, you can now. I'm rubbing my belly and I'm brushing my heart. Ah.
That felt really good. Still feels good.
Good. I love you. We are not giving up. I will never give up. And Terry
Yeah.
said peaceful, beautiful.
Oh, Terry's feeling peaceful.
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful.
That's what we need, everyone.
Yeah.
Peace, calm, capacity to think, love.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yay.
Mwah. Thank you.
Love you
As
all. Thanks
always
for coming.
Come back
again.
again. Yes.